this is the primary bathroom. And when I got here, I found this GFCI to have been tripped. And this GFCI is inoperable. I've reset all of the breakers. I tripped the GFCI in the other bathroom and in the kitchen, in the exterior, in the garage. Everything was able to be reset. I found this to have been tripped. It will not reset. Considering that it's relatively new, that may be an indication that it was wired improperly. On the other hand, there might be another problem with the unit itself. But if you do not wire these right, they won't act right. This is the primary bathroom shower. I have filled it with water. Okay, so we're going to take a look outside here in a little bit. This is the primary bathroom commode, and it's kind of loose, loosey-goosey. I'll use this as an example. Okay, that's the siphon action of this commode. The reason why I say that is because I want to compare it to the other commode. We can also see and hear that at one time there was a glass that was installed here, a partition, if you will. And if the glass was present, then this commode would be a little too close to it. Without the glass, you're fine. The glass is not a requirement. Fans are not required in bathrooms with windows, and back in the 1950s when this guy was built, they didn't have fans, they had windows. Here's a window right here. I've already opened the other window. If you got an operable window, okay. What are we doing wrong here? Operator error, that's my middle name. This window's kind of difficult. This mirror is missing. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Pretty boring underneath here, except that around the plumbing pipe, we do not have an escutcheon plate. See the rings around those other pipes? Those are called escutcheon plates. We do not have an escutcheon plate over that pipe. Coming over here, none of our drain lines have escutcheon plates. All right. We come through. Now, I don't know, man. The air conditioner's on, the fans were on. I heard a big thump in this closet. Keep coming back to this closet. So I said, well, what was that big thunk sound? It was during the cooling mode. It wasn't during the heating mode. And, you know, maybe because I was running the hot water and the water heater is so old, I can't repeat that. So I don't know what to tell you. Do not know what to tell you about that. All right, this is a 4-prong electric clothes dryer. And I know that I'm getting grounding at these two, and I'm getting 120 and 120 here. I also know that this is sealed in here, and I know this is an older home, and I do not know, I cannot determine, I cannot ascertain that the grounds, one of the grounds is not bootlegged. I don't know. All I know is that it tests well, it tests fine. This is GFCI protected, it should have a little GFCI notice. This is the laundry, it's also the hall bathroom. And we can see that this commode, okay, it's not loose like the other one. Oh, it's looser than the other one, and it's crooked. And let's check the siphon action. Is this siphon as good as the other one? No. No, it doesn't siphon as good as the other one. This bathroom right here, we do have a, hello. This lavatory, we do not have an overflow drain. Those are called perlators. That's the word of the day. And they're not required. They're not required. Just know that somebody, you know, could come in here absentmindedly, push the drain stopper down, walk away, and you can flood the bathroom. But it's not required. Perlator is not required. Coming underneath here, we see again, one more time, that our drain is escutcheon plate's missing. We can get a little better look at our PEX. We got a lot of PEX that was added in here. Okay, coming on along. This commode is too close to this cabinet. This is the bathtub. Hot and cold are reversed in this lavatory basin right here. Hot's on the right, cold's on the left. This was reversed. So we got some reversed water going in here. This window actually does work. I did open it. We've got a torn screen. Bathtub stopper thing for water in it. Fine stoppers. We don't have any door stoppers anywhere. That's another video. That's the one that's coming up. We've got a separate fireplace video. We do. A separate fireplace video. Oh, you've probably already seen it if you looked at all the videos. The dishwasher and the kitchen range have not been installed. All right? They have not. You do not have an anti-tip device. The electricity is not hooked up to this one. The electricity is not hooked up to this one. The drain line's not hooked up to this one. The water supply line's not hooked up to this one. These are newer devices. We just don't have that. I'm going to find that hot on the left and cold on the right in here. And then we come along and we get a rag like this, or like that. Okay. I'm going to work through this together. The vent fan, okay, it looks like we're missing our receptacle cover plate, and it looks like we're missing our vent fan. That corrugated stuff is not allowed. I'm going to guess it's allowed. I mean, they have it, but that's not. And that's just an open hole going up through your attic to your roof, allowing heat or cold air to come in. Fresh air, I guess. I don't know. This fan is circulating. It comes from these vents. Sensor clip. So we close this down right here. When we think about it, we go 30 seconds. Start. That's 2 seconds. We don't want the cooking finish. That's not going to heat anything. All right. A little easier than I thought. I was going to take the cheater way out. Okay. This is our vegetable sprayer. And that's hot water. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right, hot's on the left. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We can't operate this. This is high enough. Open this baby up. Ooh, look at the steam coming off of that. All right. All right, so our microwave works. And our vent fan works. You don't know that yet, but we do. Start it. And you can feel it. It's just blowing right up here like crazy. Not blowing in the cabinet. All right. Well, it is blowing in the cabinet. It's a universal unit. Okay. So one or the other should be stopped. If you're going to go through here, it needs to be solid. It doesn't need to be corrugated like that. You need to stop this. You don't need to do both. You don't need to do both. This is absolutely the strongest. Over here, I feel it. I feel it, but I just don't feel it as much. You're going to want to know, if it's actually venting into your cabinets, and you use these cabinets for storage, for food, spices, and stuff like that. You don't want any venting to go inside that cabinet. Either you correct this, or you seal it off so that you don't get air inside your cabinets. The pulls a little crooked, aren't they? Leaning just a little bit right there. Coming on along. Your food waste disposal. Again, you do not want it venting. You do not want it venting into that. If you connect this, you don't want it venting into the house. It's one or the other. And you do not use the corrugated thing, and you're missing your plate. Okay, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. The vegetable sprayer works. This is fine. We have a 1/2 horsepower food waste disposal, and that is our rocker switch. The manufacturer says that you shouldn't have a rocker switch. It should be on or off, just like on the for the furnace, for the technician. It's either on or off. That way you can't really tell on that. Okay, now we've got right here, we're coming along. It's a 1/2 horsepower garbage disposal. We don't have any discussion plates, not for the water supply lines, not for the drain. So that's what we've got right in there. And a couple other things. There we go. And we'll just move on along right in here. When you have an overhang like this, and these are GFCI protected, by the way. When you have an overhang like this, it's not supposed to overhang more than 6 inches. This is about 7 inches. Okay, now it's a relatively recent code. I mean, it's like 2015. But when this kitchen was remodeled, this code was in place. Those are too far out. There's other solutions, more expensive solutions. I wasn't the code inspector that approved this, but by the way, because you could have your crock pot up here or whatever, and the electric cord is draining down, and you can catch it with your hand. Now I want to come back here and look at the primary bathroom shower. It's been a while. You saw that it's full of water. You see that it's dry. You see that we got repairs along here, and we got repairs in this brick, was probably where the exterior faucet was, but I'm not seeing any draining water, and that's a good thing. We don't